Good afternoon, Floss Tube. This is Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today I am joined by Connie. She's my one of my oldest and dearest friends.
What do you mean oldest? You mean?
Well, you're older than me.
Well, that's true.
But
I'm older than anyone, I think.
No. I think Carol's got you beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carol.
But anyway, today is Sunday. It is the 19th of June.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day again. I already said Happy Father's Day in my first video of the day, but
And that's why Dan's not here.
nope, he went to the ball game, so he's out there just sweating his
Ball game's
sweating.
off.
He's out there sweating. This is not the Dan and Julie show, so we're going to call it the Julie and Connie show today.
Two chicks and a camera.
And that'll work. And this is video number 58.
Right.
Okay, 58. So, welcome. We're going to see how this goes. I've got a little bit of stitching to show you on my part because I've been. Don't. This is really me. It's not an alien taking Julie's place. But I've been somewhat, sort of, kind of monogamous in the last.
I was shocked
few
by
weeks.
this.
A little bit monogamous.
With her stitching.
Yeah, with everything.
Okay, everything.
With everything.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. And Connie's got some stuff. She's got a couple finishes, what she's working on. And then I have all of my antique haul. Connie, unfortunately, sent hers back with Kit when he went back to Valentine. So she doesn't have anything to show you.
I shouldn't have done that because he unloaded it. He's going to find out just how much. Just saying, you know. Although he doesn't really care. He likes old, crusty things. Like me.
Yes, like Connie. So, but I didn't think you really.
No.
I didn't think you really.
Well, we did it
went out of
before I
line.
went to Texas. Then we did it again. Oops.
Well,
we
you know
did it again.
But we didn't buy anything really expensive like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
there were some oh my God moments.
We'll get
let me
to
tell you.
that. We'll get to that. We'll do.
I have bruises from Julie hitting me with a cart trying to get in the when I got in her way. You know,
That is
things
not
like that.
true. Don't believe anything out of
She's
her
going to
mouth.
do a disclaimer on this.
Don't believe anything out of this woman's mouth. She's a bullshitter. So let's start with the cross stitch side of things. So those who aren't interested in the
Old crusty
dusty, rusty things can go on about their business.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and start with what I've been working on. And that I know I had said a while ago that I was really wanting to get the block number 7 of Hawk Run Hollow done.
You're 7 blocks ahead of me.
Yes. Did you even start?
No. I did start. I kitted it up.
kitted it up.
That's a start. And that was been 5 years ago, maybe?
Yeah. So Hawk Run Hollow, in case you're not familiar, which I can't believe you wouldn't
got the
be,
villages.
but this is the village of Hawk Run Hollow.
1, 2, 3,
It's
4,
Carriage
5,
House
6.
Samplings. There's 12.
This one you're doing?
That-
Or that one?
This ugly one.
Oh.
That is the least attractive block in the entire village. And I hated every stitch that I put into it. Every stitch.
I don't know. Look at that thing.
This is my favorite.
Is it really?
Yes, I love this one. I love the
And you
grist
love this
mill.
one too, I bet.
I do like that one. But I'm on the fence as to whether I really want to do all that fill.
Fill it in. Yeah, but that's what makes it the atmosphere of
I know.
scary old.
But it also looks, okay, look, everybody else is light.
Yeah,
And then you
that's
get
true.
to that one and it's dark and it just, to me, almost
It weighs it down in the
drags
bottom.
that corner down.
Yeah, I see that.
And then I've thought about moving it. Okay, I've already moved the schoolhouse, because I just don't like a cemetery next to
a schoolhouse.
a schoolhouse.
Okay.
Although it was pointed out to me in last night's Zoom that back in
You
the
Zoomed
old
last
days,
night?
yeah,
Oh, thanks for that.
you never
Heads up.
come.
But I was home alone. You know, it's okay.
So
I can't come if she doesn't invite me. Just
You were
saying.
on the original invite list.
Well, then you stopped.
So it should be, no, it was one invite for the whole year.
Excuse us while we argue, okay?
Anyway,
So you moved to
it was
schoolhouse.
explained to me last night, or pointed out to me last night, that in the old days, which one would assume this is the old
Right.
days, the schoolhouses usually did double duty as churches. Therefore, and thusly, the cemetery might be close to the church.
Okay.
But in this
Makes
case,
sense.
my argument was, we have a church up here.
So
So one
should the
would think
cemetery?
the cemetery would be by the church. So what I did was, I did the first block.
Uh-huh.
I moved the city hall where the church is.
Okay.
And then I did the schoolhouse next to the city hall.
Okay.
Okay. So then this will come down to the bottom row. I just need to decide which order I want to do them in. And I thought about doing this in the middle. So at least it would be balanced by light on
Where
either
the mill
side.
is, maybe?
No, no. The mill will stay where it is.
Okay.
But this just slid over here.
Gotcha.
And then put the church over here.
So they're together.
So
They're
they're
together
together.
now, yeah.
Sort of. Kind of. Yes. Alternatively, I could just put the church here where
Mm-hmm.
the schoolhouse was.
Yeah, you haven't got too many more blocks left to decide.
But moving this over to the middle might not feel like it was leaning that
Yeah.
way. It would
Listing to the
at
left.
least be in the middle
Yeah.
and balanced by the two lighter sides.
I just can't. I think it needs filled in, though.
I've
For
seen
the
it-
atmosphere
I've
of
seen
it.
it not filled in, and it was fine.
Fine. Yeah.
It was
If we
fine.
if we hadn't have seen it filled in, then we probably would have thought nothing about it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So
Okay.
anyway, that's my dilemma.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
My next plan is, instead of doing this, which is my favorite, I'm going to leave it till last to maybe spur me on to get to that one. And I'm going to drop down and do this one next.
What is that?
What is that? I don't have my glasses on.
Here, let me see. I have mine.
Okay.
It looks like some kind of a farm. It says farm.
Does it say farm?
Yeah.
Apple something farm. maybe.
Apples.
I don't know.
Apple Creek Farm, maybe?
Maybe. So yes, maybe do that next, and then I'd like to do the boxes for the bottom row so that I have an actual size of what I would need to order a frame in,
Oh, okay. That's
just in
true.
case it takes 3 years to get a frame.
There is a border all around.
There
it,
is
so
a
it's-
border all the way around.
Yeah.
But if I put the border in, that will give me then I can
And
measure it
measure,
and
yeah.
order a frame based on
Because
that.
once you pin it, it's not going to change
It's
it
not
that
gonna
much.
change it.
No. You just have more space, maybe,
Yeah.
or less
Yeah.
less space. Okay.
So anyway,
You're a trained professional. You can do it.
do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is my plan for that. This is my actual stitched piece, and as you can see, there's the top row with the schoolhouse up here, the city hall moved to the middle, and there's the second row, and then there's that ugly dang block number 7.
That one.
And it might look just slightly different from what it's charted as, because these stupid little flowers right here are supposed to have some back stitching and a French knot in the middle.
Are they not French knot and backstitching worthy?
I don't really like how it looks with the back stitch on them. And if I don't do the back stitch, I'm not sure if I want to do the French knot or not. So I'm still thinking about that.
What do you think they are? Do you think they're like cotton blossoms or
No.
something
I don't know if they're cotton
Daisies?
blossoms. They could
But-
be a daisy.
of some sort, or
But,
magnolias?
but
No?
you'll see in the well,
Oh,
it's
it
hard
does
to
have
see
a
in the
little.
picture.
It has a little stamen, whatever you want to call it, coming out from it. So I don't know for sure.
I don't know what they are, but it's hard to see in this picture. But they do have the little
stamen or something.
block in the or knot in the middle of them. But I just am not feeling that it's absolutely necessary.
I don't think so.
I like them just the way they are. So probably I'm going to forego that.
All right, fine. Forgo.
Forego.
Forgo. Foreground. Forward row.
Okay. So that is my hawk run. And that took up a lot of time to...
What'd you work on last night?
Last night I worked on
The other one.
Land That I Love.
Okay.
Because I'm procrastinating.
You know, 4th of July is only...
Oh, it's not going to get done. But I'm procrastinating on... And did I even bring this? No. Okay, well, you're going to have to use your imagination because I don't know where my picture
Oh my
is.
gosh, that's so tiny.
My Prairie Schooler alphabet. I had made a mistake. I ripped out the mistake. Keep in mind, I'm doing this on 40 count over one. Verdal, so an even weave. The Hawk Run Hollow is 40 count over 2 on linen. So I made a mistake. And I had to rip it out, and then as you can kind of see the schmutz where I had to rip it out. Her face was running into her arm.
I'm kind of getting that.
Probably
with age.
would not. Your jowls.
My jowls are hanging down to my arm.
So, I ripped it out. I put the face in, and I've got to put the arm back in where it belongs, and I just decided I really wanted to finish that other, the block, the number 7 block. I wanted to finish it. So I have neglected this. And then when I finished block number 7, I decided it was getting close to the 4th of July. So I decided to work on my Land That I Love.
I like
that.
This
I
one.
I
Even
started
if it does have buildings.
right when it came out. And, I'm still working on that top band part.
You know, this is really a nice one where you could take motifs.
You could.
Like this would make a great little pin pillow, or this. Any of those.
You could take one of the bands, because it's really basically a band sampler. You could take one of the bands and do a drum with it. You could just do this top part.
It's really nice.
And frame it.
Very versatile.
You could just do the bottom part and frame it. So there's a lot of, if you didn't want to do the whole thing, you're not a big sampler stitcher, you could do a lot of different things with this
What
one.
are those down there? What do you think those are?
Animals.
Yeah.
Dogs, maybe. There's 2 cats and 2 dogs.
It must be dogs. Okay.
I think it's cats and dogs. Okay. She was making everybody happy.
There you go. I like the tree in the middle.
The tree is nice. I like the buildings.
Strawberries?
I'm going to get a little tired of these strawberries, I think, in the next band. But I'm so far from that yet that it's not even funny. So, to show you, because I had worked on this at retreat that you were not at.
Retreat? Yeah, the one I wasn't at.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Mexico, and so my funds were kind of designated for that. Plus, I would have gotten home from retreat, and then just like a day and a half later, left for Mexico.
I don't see the problem with that.
She doesn't know, but she didn't have to drive 6 hours, each way, because I live in Valentine, Nebraska, and we're in Omaha.
I still don't see the problem.
Still doesn't see the problem. No. This woman doesn't even want to drive to the antique store on the freeway, so...
I did it!
You did it, and you did well.
I just can't, because of the neck fusion, my neck doesn't go far enough back, and I always worry that I'm not going to see.
Her neck doesn't turn that way.
It does not turn that way. So
if you want to sneak up with Julie, on Julie's...
Come on this side.
Yeah, do that
Well,
side.
it doesn't
the left
turn
side.
real far. The thing is, then you can feel because there's spikes
Can you
in there.
really?
Yes.
You can feel it?
I can feel it.
It's saying, oh no, woman, do
It's
not.
saying, do not turn any further, you're going to feel it, and it feels really funky. So I try not to do that. Okay, would you mind holding that end for me? Okay, so what have I done? I started the flag at retreat, and so I got that finished. And then I discovered I had a mistake clear back here on this border, so that all came out. And then I've got it all put back in. And then I was working on these flowers last night in Zoom.
So now the border, since you messed up the border, you weren't off on the alphabet or anything?
Nope.
Oh, you were lucky there.
Because I started the alphabet back over here where the border wasn't off.
Okay.
So and usually I like to check the alignment, you know, when I do
that,
something,
yeah.
I check, but for some reason I hadn't. And well, I think what happened was,
What fabric is this? I love it.
well, this is the original fabric is called anthracite. It's 40 count, and it's a more blue color. And then I brought it home and I dipped it in walnut crystals and shabbied it up a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of
dirtied
has
it.
kind of has like a dirty, eggplanty.
No,
No?
eggplant is purple. This is still
No,
blue.
it's
It's
still-
a blue gray,
Yeah,
but it's got the
It's really
brown
pretty.
dirt in it, and I'm really enjoying it. The color with the design.
yeah, I like it.
So, anyway, this is just an awesome flag. Just look, it
I
just
love the
looks
wavy.
like it's really waving in the breeze. I absolutely love it.
You know what else waves in the breeze?
Your underwear?
I'm gonna get a flag on her so they can wave in the breeze too.
There you
You
go.
know,
Mine
just
do
saying.
too.
Just saying.
It is what it is.
I remember 6th grade watching our English teacher writing on
Yep.
that chalkboard, going like this, and I'm going, Mrs.
Never.
Holmes, never, ever will I have
will
those
my
arms.
arms look like. Yeah.
No, never.
We had a substitute teacher. I think her name was Mrs. Short.
Was she short?
She was. She was. And she wore a charm bracelet, and it
Oh.
was heavily laden with
With charms.
charms, like a million of charms. And she would write, and her arm would swing in the breeze, and everybody would be making. Kids are mean.
Yeah.
Everyone would be making fun of it, but the good thing about Mrs. Short was you could get her talking about the charms on
and get her off
bracelet.
subject.
The whole damn day she'd be talking about the
this
charms.
one I got in Paris.
Yes, this one we got when we went. The family.
This one
and
was
I-
because we went ice skating in New
the
York.
whole day we could. She fell for it every time.
Kind of like it was the
She was an older gal.
beginning of the Pandora bracelet type thing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the Pandora charms and
Yeah, it wasn't those kind of charms though.
No.
It's what we used
The
to have
hanging
back
ones.
in the day.
The
That you
dangly.
had the chain and then the dangly.
Yeah.
Some were round and flat, and some were formed like, irons or.
Yeah,
horseshoes or-
three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could get her to talk about those for the whole day and never have to do a single solitary bit of
I
work.
love that.
Not that I would ever
Oh, never,
have ever
Julie.
done that. I would not.
Oh, that
I would
halo is
not.
slipping there, girl.
Yeah, every dang time. It was amazing.
And that was
Substitute
6th grade?
teachers are so gullible. Third,
and
fourth, fifth.
And you still remember it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things I remember about school because I hated it so bad.
Right.
When you hate I find I remember more of the hateful things, which really says something about
Way to
my
hold a
psyche.
grudge,
Way to
you
hold-
know?
the hateful things than the good things. But I try to do better now. But
Okay.
back in the day,
Does that mean you remember all the hateful things about? Oh, there is no hateful things about me. Okay, you have nothing to
Sure.
remember.
You keep thinking that. Get your stitching, Connie.
Okay, I'll be right back. Julie will expound on my hateful things.
Oh, you have none.
I have none.
You have no.
see?
You have no hateful thing.
Okay. So,
Let
should
me
we do
hold those.
finishes first?
However you want to do it.
Do
This
finishes
is
first.
now you.
It makes me feel more,
This is you.
accomplished.
Do you want me to hold it while you
Sure.
talk about it?
All right, so this one is right backwards in there. This one is Kathy Haberman's flamingos, and it said flamingos. But a friend of mine, Mary Hildebrandt, recharted it to say flamboyance, which is more than one flamingo. So she was kind enough to let me copy her. So it says flamboyance. And I think we're going to frame that. Julie is maybe turquoise,
Probably a
something like that.
turquoise frame, I think.
Yeah, yeah. But it was a fun stitch. You know, it was cute. It's just white, 32 count. I
It's
think.
very cute.
Yep.
And her back looks amazing. Look
Oh,
at that.
thanks.
Look at her back.
I'm a little
Very
anal
neat
on
and
it.
tidy.
A little anal on my back.
I try not to judge people's
I
backs
know.
because
You see a lot in the framing.
I mean, there's neat, and there's neat,
And then there's
and then there's not neat.
not neat. Well, you've had a few of those
And-
in.
Oh, I've had more than a few of those
Yeah.
in. But ultimately,
It's the enjoyment
as
of the
long
stitch.
as you're not carrying your threads across, because that will ruin your piece when
it will show.
When it will show when you frame it. As long as you're not doing that, I don't care if it's a little bit messy on the back. There's no one but your framer is going to see it, and you know, I'm the first one to admit sometimes mine are not so neat. You know.
Yeah, it is. As long as you enjoy it, that's the biggest thing. You know.
But being neat does. I mean, it does become a habit.
Yeah. And clipping the threads a little closer so they're not sticking out into an area where once they're framed,
you have one piece framed and then you look at it, and because you're putting either a white
background behind it.
Usually it's a white background behind it, and that will make all of those little lines
if they're darker.
Things, show up. And you do that once and have something that you were really looking forward to having framed, and then it comes out like that.
You see it a lot with the alphabet, you know, when your words and they carry it, which I understand is only 2-3 spaces, but you'll see it'll be a chain between those.
Then you think maybe I'll just try a little harder to make it neat.
Yeah.
So, okay, just a minute. I gotta make sure I'm holding this right side up. Okay, Connie.
This one I think is Little House Needleworks. Merry Christmas, my dear. And of course, you can see I did it on the little petty point gray
fabric.
with white.
32 count?
Yep, 32 count. So
Connie's a 32 count stitcher.
Pretty much 36 sometimes. But 36, Julie's talked about this before too. Do I do 1 thread? Do I use 2 thread? So, you know.
It's really cute.
This is 32.
And you're going to pillowize this one?
I think so. I think so. I can see it with pom-poms, you know, or white, maybe white pom-poms trim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
That would be cute. Even red pom-pom trim would be cute.
If I can get it to match. You know me, I kind of like to make sure those reds match.
That would be adorable.
And then, let's see. Every time I come here, I start a new project. Julie's bad that way. This one, see, I got quite a ways on it.
You did.
I left my chart, so you'll have to. It's called Colonial Blooms.
Working copy.
It's my working copy. So it's by Scarlet House. I don't know if you can see. She shows a dark version and a light version. It has a lot of reds and greens. So.
Did you forget that? She's house sitting for friends of ours.
Yeah. So.
And she left it.
Here's the colors. I mean, they're just fun, you know. Greens, reds, blues. So I kind of thought it was holiday-ish. Whatever. I like it. I did make a mistake and had a lot of vinage I had to take out again, rip out because I was one off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But anyway, what did we say the name of this one? Colonial Blooms.
Colonial Blooms.
By the Scarlet House.
Scarlet House. So, and I started that about, 4 days ago?
You took it home.
And then Kit came, so I didn't do any stitching. I've been here since...
Didn't you take it home last Saturday?
Yeah, I think so. Saturday.
I think Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday or Friday.
Friday, and then...
a week ago Friday.
Yeah, and then...
And you were going to stitch here that Friday night.
Yes, and I started it here, didn't I?
I don't think you
No,
actually...
I didn't. I didn't stitch. I didn't stitch.
You know, Dan hauled the other light with the magnifier up from the basement for her.
Well, you know what? Julie and Dan like to watch junk haul shows. Mm-hmm. And you can't stitch and watch the junk haul because you want to watch everything that's going by as they're walking by. So you go, I don't know why you want to see it, but I do. I want to go, oh my God, look at that. He didn't get that one. You know. And you can't do that when you stitch.
It happened in a video that I watched the other night. Michael Todd was out shopping, and long time ago, in a land far away, before I bought the shop,
out in the wild,
when Marianne still owned the shop, Hinzit, I never know which way to say it. Hinzit had these charts that were stitched that you put into it. It was like a reproduction shuttlecock thing.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
It's a shuttlecock where it has like a
groove
in it.
And it looked like a canoe, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like a, yeah. But they were reproduction ones. and she made a design that would fit in these shuttlecocks, these old shuttlecocks. Well, you can't get those anymore.
Yeah.
And I was watching the video the other day, and he was out shopping, and he just panned over them, and there were 2 shuttlecocks on the shelf. He just looked right over them, and I'm like, Michael, go back! Go back!
If you'd been stitching, you wouldn't have seen that.
Go back!
He a lot of times says, you know, if you see something I missed.
He does say, and
Yeah.
I you know, I thought about sending him an email and saying, oh, then go back and get it back. And
But then you'd get there and they'd been like hundreds of dollars or something.
Yeah.
And you
And
go,
then I'd
never
feel bad.
mind. Or you'd been obligated.
Yeah.
So,
which is why I did it. Okay, so do you want to show him your,
there's that.
you haven't shown him your stitching.
Oh, would you like to see that? Okay, there you go. And there's still a lot, you know, you got to fill in all of that. So there you go. So you got to fill in, of course, all of that and all of this. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's small.
You got a lot done,
See, ignore my,
considering.
yeah. I had to rip out all that. All that green has been ripped out once.
I think
So
everyone stitches faster than I do.
yeah,
Everyone.
Well, everyone. But you stitch left-handed and awkward and up and down and over and the back and stuff. You know.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But I stitch on 32. You stitch on, oh my God, it's 80 count or something, you know.
Only 40.
Over 1, which would be 80. Right? Did I do the math there right? Don't look at me in that tone of voice. All right, so this one I've been doing, I started this once again. Came to see Julie.
And we both started
And
it.
we both started
And
this.
we both started with this one, right?
Yes, yes. And I didn't bring all of mine. I have finished, oh my gosh, that one. I'm working on this one. I've finished that one and that one. So I've done like 3 out of the 5.
I've done the one we started with,
And I did find the beads that you're supposed to use on them. But
which she was nice enough to share with me.
yeah, because you get, see, that's the girl, the
This
lady.
is Vintage Country Mocha.
Yeah,
32?
which is what they call
Or 36.
36.
36.
So I'm using 1 thread on this one. So yeah, but I did bring all the others with me. So yeah, that's that. That's my start from the last time I came to visit Julie.
Connie is a more monogamous stitcher than what I usually am, although
Yes.
we're kind of the same right now.
Yeah, no, she's just a bad
It
influence.
won't last for me.
It's a bad influence.
Eventually I will go, oh, I need something
Bad
new.
influence.
I am a bad
little
influence.
bag. I got it. Julie's shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't even remember what's in this one, but it has
It's a
gnomes.
cute gnome bag.
Yeah. I forget which shop I got that at.
Did not get it at mine.
No, not at yours because. And oh, this one I've had for a long time, guys, and it's older. I know you'll recognize it. It says, "I don't self-medicate with cross stitch. I have a prescription." The sales girl called it a receipt. Whatever. So I just thought it was cute. Yeah. And I've got doing it on pink just because why not? It's just a fun stitch, so why not do it on, yeah. Haven't got very far on it, but since it's fun, it's a fun stitch, I thought we could do. It's words, yeah. There's that.
Not a huge fan of words.
And then do you want to see what I bought yesterday at Julie's?
Oh, yeah. She's got a little haul.
Little haul.
I don't think she brought everything.
I know because I brought this too. I bought some scissor holders and things from her, and I didn't bring those today. I have not seen this. This one
Came out at Market.
Came out at Market.
It's from Tell an Emblem.
In that gourd. Look at that. The little birds and the scissors and the thread.
It's called the Scissor Sampler, I
See the
think.
scissors doing the X's here? I just think it's darling. Here's the DMCs.
I think it's one of those that the stitched piece will be way better
Yes, I think so
than
too.
the picture.
And then I'm doing it on Regency, which
From
Seraphim.
Seraphim, not
The-
from
yeah.
not from PTP.
Yeah, because that's a whole different one.
Yeah.
And it has some greens, has some hair, greens and browns, and it's got a little bit of purples in it, which the purpley pink that's in here. So, yeah, I'm excited on that one.
I think that'll be pretty.
Give that to you. And then this came out at market, and it ran late coming in because they sold out. So it's the
So I just got it in not too long ago.
peony bow.
Of course, everyone that wanted it has purchased it elsewhere.
Because it took so long to get it. So, hey,
If you're
she
looking
has
for
several.
one, I have them.
She has several. So, oh, and this one's an older one. Flea market flowers. Just, I don't know, they just made me happy. The colors and everything. You know, so kind of a deviate from the prim. And
She's going to do it on an antique white.
yeah, 32.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some of the fun colors. It'll just be a fun stitch. I think I might wait and start that in the winter. Just because I think it would cheer me up when I'm sitting there in Valentine with 18 inches of snow on the ground. Just saying. And then,
I would say something, but I'm not going
see,
to.
this is, yeah, you're saying, come to Omaha, we don't have as much snow.
Yeah.
You got more snow than we did last year, lady.
We didn't get any.
Has a vessel that's a cute little tea. Oh, it's
it was a creamer.
A creamer.
A metal creamer like
And it has the patina.
one of these.
Yes. You know, kind of you can picture that. But the patina on the creamer had kind of it was a peachy.
Yeah,
which
I've
is
never
unusual.
never seen that patina. Usually it's this darker
Yeah.
patina that they get, but
And
it
I'm
was
not
a
sure why.
peachy,
It was a peachy-
light-colored patina. I'm
And then,
not sure why.
all right, so I talked Julie out of this. Look at this itty bitty, teeny tiny little frog. See? Is it cute or what? It's like silver dollar
I'm gonna have
size.
to hold your itty bitty, teeny tiny little scissors in it.
Or nothing at all because it's just so damn cute. I'll keep it anyway.
It needs to be functional.
Just display it. It's functional. It gives me pleasure.
Okay.
That's functional, right?
All right.
In my book. So, anyway, that's what, well, there's more things I got. Because I got a Big Bertha scissor. I call it Big Bertha because it's like a ice bucket that Julie found
It's
a
a
big
miniature
frog.
ice bucket.
And then I got a ruler, which we'll show you some over here in a minute, that Dan made, a ruler box that Dan made.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I walked out of there a little on the lighter side in the wallet, but hey, it was all worth it.
But my landlord appreciates you and contributing to me paying the rent. So
And then I started these again, and they're old.
Whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa, whoa. Yeah, I know y'all have
excuse
seen
my
these.
hand in your
Crotch.
crotch.
Ooh.
She
Excuse
dropped-
us. We're gonna take a break.
She dropped her floss.
I dropped my floss. Remember
I
these?
fixed it.
Sherry Wood Designs. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember
I
that.
got them out again. And yeah, they've come back. Sherry Wood Designs, for those who don't remember, was Kathy
Haberman.
Haberman and
Teresa Curry.
who is now Needle Bling. And they did this dictionary series. I've got 2 of them done. I don't know that I brought them, but last time I was here, I went ahead and got, Julie still had some of all the colors that I needed.
I still
To
have
finish-
green. I think I have red.
Yeah, so if you guys are doing
I
that,
don't
'cause
have that one.
that one,
I don't have
that's
that
kind
one.
of an orangey one. So if you guys are doing that, because I know they're coming back popular, everyone's looking for them, check with Julie. She might have some of this fabric left for you, because I'm not sure how many are really carrying the gingham
I don't
fabric
know.
anymore. But yeah, so that's that. That's it. That's what I brought this time.
That's our
Well, there's some other shit over there. Pardon me. Some other stuff over there, but it's just stuff.
It's just stuff.
It's just stuff. It's not fun stuff.
It's stuff. So that would conclude mostly the cross-stitching portion of the thing, sort of. Except for I found a piece of cross-stitch while we were
I forgot that.
antiquing, and I just felt I had to rescue it. So I will show that first, so that then anyone who's just wants to sign off can do so. Hello, honey. What are you doing?
I don't know. Just acting like Dan. Wait, Dan does this.
Yeah, he had his grumpy face on last time.
Wait, but why is it with a man, they call it a grumpy face. With a woman, they call it a resting
biatch
face. Why is that? That's just not fair. Anyway.
Okay, so this we found at the Brass Armadillo. I found this one when I was with Lori.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't with me on this trip.
No.
Because I've had like 2 or 3
cheating on me.
Trips.
Cheating on me.
Since the last time I did a regular video.
We wanted to go to Brass Armadillo this week, but
weekend.
But it's like 15% off, so we figured every Tom, Dick, and Harry would be there.
Dick and Harry will be
so maybe we'll do Monday afternoon after you get your hair done.
And I just am not into crowds.
And I'm just figuring 15% ain't worth the crowds. So.
It's not.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe after my haircut. So anyway, I felt like the work that went into this, it just needed to be rescued. I knew that Dan would like it, and maybe eventually Adam. So
it's sad.
It's dated. It's signed and dated VAL 2010. So
wouldn't it be interesting if we found out who VAL was?
Yeah.
And you're going to show this, and somebody's going to go, oh, I cannot believe my niece did that. She gave that to Goodwill.
I'm just saying that VAL didn't do a real good job on the framing. This is a plastic frame. It's got a thin piece of plastic over the top of it. It's resting right on the piece, which is a no-no.
Probably a home
frame thing. Yeah. I don't think it's stretched. I think it's just.
And nothing against homes things. We understand. You can't. You can't. Everyone can't or doesn't have access to a framer.
Right.
So don't, comment down there going, rah, 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 rah. We understand. I
do understand. I'm just saying that I felt it deserved, the work looks really pretty. I felt it deserved to be rescued.
The work in this piece.
And,
wait till you see this piece.
So, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a Teresa Wensler.
That's what I thought when I first saw it.
I could be wrong. It could be something else.
You guys, I love this.
But
I've seen this.
It might be Teresa Wensler. So, let's see. We got
this way.
Now tilt it this way.
There we go, and down. Look at that. Look at the work in that.
Look at the work on that. Look at the border.
Look at
the back stitching.
Isn't it interesting that we've kind of done away with back stitching for the most part?
Everybody hates back stitching.
I didn't mind it.
I know there's a few rare people out there who don't mind it.
I kind of enjoyed it.
Good God, Gertie, I hate it.
But this is definitely like a poster frame or something like that. It was not meant to be.
It deserved.
She's taking it apart now.
I am going to take it apart because
We're going to do the reveal in front of y'all.
I've been curious as to what.
Okay, I'm going to take this away.
Okay, take that away. Okay. And we have the lovely cardboard.
Oh yeah, which is probably not acid free.
Just full of acid. It was done by a smoker. You can smell the smoke, and they did use sticky board. So this is going to be a little difficult. When you use sticky board, you get all the puckering going on.
After it
eventually gives way.
It looks like it's going to come off fairly easy.
Well, no, it's coming off with the paper.
It's coming off with the paper.
Which is also another bad part of using sticky board if you ever want to.
Because the sticky part will.
The cigarette smoke is bad. And I'm allergic.
We have to set it out in the sunshine or something.
Well, we're going to wash it first.
We have to get it off the board first. But I'm sure you people don't want to watch us peel it.
They're just talk.
She's going to sit here and peel this thing, guys. So, now might be a good time to go to the restroom, get yourself a drink, a snack, and we will return to our regular scheduled program as soon as Julie stops picking, okay? Oh, she's kind of like peeling a sunburn type of thing. I think that's what pleasure she's getting from this. Oh, some of the threads. Turn it around and show them. See, it's kind of like the threads are coming.
Yeah.
See, they've left their threads really long. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to take you have to be tender. She's not treating it very tenderly.
I'm not. I'd be here for the next 20 years if I was
How long do you think it took this people to...
I don't know. When you do something this
intricate
and detailed,
yeah,
Save $5 a month until you have enough to get it framed up. That's one coffee a month that you can't have at Starbucks.
And who knows? They might have lived somewhere where there wasn't a framer. Valentine, Nebraska, for instance. I do think we do have one.
There are people you can send it to.
Yeah. And there is right now, too. I know there are. I mean, Julie isn't doing as much framing. It's hard right now because the framing situation with getting frames, etc., since COVID and the shortage and everything, is that it's harder to get, isn't it? You're have trouble getting frames. And,
yes.
well, there's your neighbor. He's shirtless. He's kind of good. He's kind of cute.
Okay, that's the kid. Oh, you're seeing the old man. I was just seeing the kid.
The kid's 12, Julie.
I thought she was going for the kid.
I may be a little loose moral, but I've come on, a 12-year-old. No,
Well,
it's the dad.
I have
It's
seen
the
way
dad.
too much of him.
It's the dad.
You know,
She knows their.
that's the sex house, as we refer to it back there, and he and his wife run around naked, and our kitchen window looks right into his kitchen window. He's not always dressed when he's standing at the kitchen sink.
And you haven't called me? Connie, get over here.
just saying that I've seen way more of him than I really wanted to.
Happy Father's Day. Anyway, she's still tugging
I'm
over
still
there.
tugging.
She's still tugging over there.
Don't use sticky board, people.
Well, I mean, not for something like this. I mean, a little project, there's maybe, but this is just, she's almost got it. We're almost to that part where you guys can come back and, go.
Hopefully everything came out all right.
They
while you were
probably
away.
muted us. What have you guys been drinking lately? Oh my gosh, speaking of that, drinking. Minute Maid Minute Maid, just tried it this week. Minute Maid Zero Sugar. There's lemonade, there's pink lemonade, fruit punch. Really, really good. I was really surprised. There's not that aftertaste type thing. And especially if you put vodka with it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
that would be part of the reason.
Yeah.
We did not leave ourselves enough
There's, look,
fabric.
See? There's not 3 inches there.
No.
Inch and a half, maybe.
It would
And
be
5 or 3 or 4 over here.
no. No, that's maybe an inch and a half there.
What was that one over there then?
Maybe an inch.
Well, let's just get our handy dandy little.
Oh no. But anyway, there's we were talking about neat backsides and then not neat backsides, and this would be a non-neat backside. I will have to do a lot of cleaning up
On it.
and running threads under so that they don't show.
Yeah, see, especially like on the, see right here. So,
Yeah. So anyway, I just felt it deserved a better home than what it was in, and I happened to run across this frame at Hobby Lobby on clearance, 75% off. Dan will have to cut it down to make it fit properly, but I think that frame is pretty perfect for this piece.
there's even some gold chronic thread in here. In this
There
one.
is, yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's my plan for that piece. This
all of our
frame
plans kind of involve Dan doing something.
They
in
do.
those things.
That's why I married him, because he's
Right.
a handy guy.
Handy
I
guy.
could have married someone else
Yeah.
that wasn't handy, but
Could make-
why would I do that?
Well, not unless he made millions. Let me see. You can make ruler boxes or you can make millions. Take your pick.
I only really ever dated one rich guy, and I thought he was boring.
Well, I married one and remember what happened to that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that didn't turn out well.
No. All right.
She did find out though that.
Yeah, I
We
did.
shouldn't laugh about
No,
that.
we shouldn't. We shouldn't. I just found out
Couldn't
this
happen to a nicer guy.
Just found this last week that my ex-husband died. My last ex-husband died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was 84, so, and he went peacefully watching TV with a remote in his hand, and, I wish him no ill will. Kind of. Not now, anyway,
Yeah.
So, no, I shouldn't say that, but I am sad for his children and his family. And there were good times. But it's just kind of sad when you find out, So, anyway, onward. What's next?
And I guess now it's antique haul. So those of you who are not interested in antique haul,
We're hearing my life story.
we're hearing her life story, you know, have a great rest of your weekend and good week, and we will see you the next time we see you. Quit
Oogling the neighbor.
quit eyeballing the neighbor.
I wasn't. I was looking at all your steps.
I would guess he's probably in his late 30s, early 40s.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
But he still wears this little tiny bikini, like Speedos.
And you haven't called me either?
And he still lays out in the sun.
Mm.
He and his wife both she should not wear the bikini.
Wears Speedo too?
She should not wear a bikini, but she does. She lays out, it would be like me wearing a bikini. But yeah, and they both lay out in the sun for hours at a time, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to regret that when you're my age. You have to get the skin cancer dug out.
Yeah, see? This is what happens, folks.
Okay, what do I want to start with, Connie?
All right, see y'all that are hanging around.
Yep.
Been fun.
Okay, well, this is closest to me, so I'm going to start here. I've shown some dishes with this pattern on it. It's a petty point pattern. They're not in there
anymore.
They're out there.
Okay.
This was, I'm not sure who made it.
Harker,
I think?
I think it's
That,
Harker.
it just doesn't say anything. It just says bake oven.
But
it has the lovely crazing and brown staining, so we all know from the last video it's got bacteria. Good thing I don't plan to actually use it to eat.
I wish these things could talk. Wouldn't you love to hear the stories?
But it's got the cross stitch petty point. I'm imagining that was a decal.
Yes, it is.
Put on
that
it
I read.
Then baked on, but it's got some lovely crazing in it, and it's got this pretty red trim on it.
I wonder how many potato salads it's held.
Well, they weren't very big potato salads because it's not that big a bowl, but
maybe
usually
green beans. Julie reacts to green beans like I do Play-Doh. Ugh.
So I got that bowl, and then I found this rare single. Oh, hold on a minute, it's Adam. Oh please, oh please. Whoa, I can't run the mouse with my left hand. Okay, I think we're back.
All right.
Adam was bringing some rock over. You know, in that other video that this morning, I was talking about the mess that we had in the front yard, and Adam was bringing some big rocks that he took out of his yard, and he brought them over so that we could maybe use them in our new berm, so to speak. So
I saw him and Marcia on Instagram, which they had a new project going on, yard project.
Yeah, they're redoing some. They're putting. He got rid of all of the mulch, and he's having little rocks put down,
like little river rocks.
Only not river rock.
Pea
it's
gravel?
some other, not pea gravel. It's some sort of other white decorative rock.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
All right.
Okay, so red.
Who has not seen these in their grandma's house?
Red Pyrex bowl. The price was right. These things are so expensive. I found a single yellow one.
Yes.
Which is the smaller one than this. $90.
She was crazy.
$90
for one, and it was not pretty.
And it was not in the best of shape. And I'm like, nope. So this one I think was 10.
I would sell you my whole set for 90.
I'll take the red. It's got some missing paint here and there. It's been run through the dishwasher a time or two, which you should not do with your Pyrex. Just if you didn't know that, you should not do that.
There weren't dishwashers back when they put the glaze on these.
So, anyway.
And microwave. No microwave either. But you probably already know that.
So I'm kind of thinking in the kitchen that I kind of want to go with a 1950s red and kind of mint green and theme in here.
Goldenrod, a little yellowish. Not yellow, but gold a little bit. Gotta have a third color. I guess it's not going to be gold.
I haven't decided for sure, but red will probably feature in it, so I picked this up. I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but
well, you gotta start
with the red and
the cow and the
yeah
and the red pitcher and things. So
yeah.
you gotta start.
Gotta start. Okay, so trying to put these things on the far back side. Next up, oh, this was a little something I found. And if you ever watched my craft room video, I showed these in my craft room video. They're Brandywine buildings.
Is that from 80s, 90s? 90s.
And
Which
there
is
used to be
now
a shop
vintage.
here in 20 years is they're considering vintage now. There's a shop here in Papillion that sold these, and I bought a lot of them.
Was that
from her? It was in that house that was
Yes,
sat on the
I
corner.
love that one.
I think her
Real
name was
primitive.
Cindy Wright was
Yeah.
her name, and I have never found one in the wild, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, I can find them on eBay, but I have never found one, and I've not ever
It's
seen
not a fun.
one.
It's fun to hunt.
No, the hunt is half the fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen one in any of the videos that I've watched. I see cats meow houses,
Yeah.
and they all have a cat on them, and they're not nearly as cute, in my opinion. But this was the first time I've seen a building, so even though it's
How many do you have downstairs in your? I mean, it's one whole wall.
25, 30
Yeah.
buildings,
Yeah.
maybe. It says Pius X school, and so I just picked that up.
Did you go to a Catholic school?
I did not.
Your granddaughters are though.
My granddaughters and all of the grandkids will be going to Catholic school because the out where Travis and Abby live,
Yeah.
the Catholic school gives a better education than the public school there.
Okay.
And Travis went to the Catholic school, so he wants his kids to go there.
Continuing the tradition. The Trowan
And Marcia went
condition.
to Catholic school,
ditching.
so she wanted her kids to go to Catholic school.
Okay.
To each his own. Okay, I'll do these two next. I found these, I think when I was with Lori.
Not yet, because I hadn't seen these.
They're just the little
wanna live
lithographs with the painted on the back side of the glass is the black things. And I have always loved pictures of cottages and flowers.
You just want to live there.
I do want to live there. In my head, the shack in Stewart
And Stuart was that.
was going to look like that.
Thatched roof and all.
Well, maybe not thatched roof.
Okay.
But it was going to be cottagey and
Cottagey.
have all these pretty flowers around it and stuff, but such was that. It was not meant to be. And then there's this one with
pretty.
the little church in it. And
Sweet.
I
Look
think,
at the little birds up there.
yeah.
And it does have a little damage.
It has a
but-
little damage where, they had the hook broke off because it was a cardboard, and so they just stuck it right up here on the nail, and it tore the actual print.
Probably wasn't the most expensive
but I would guess
pictures back in the day. Do you want to do this other picture over here too?
Yep. And in a similar fashion, these will probably hang in my bedroom somewhere. So, also on my excursion with Lori, I found this one. And again, it's kind of got a cottagey, log cabiny thing with lots of flowers and the pretty soft colors. But it did not come with a frame. So, I found this frame. Well, this ugly. Let's call it just less attractive.
Not to her
Not
taste.
to my
That's
taste.
what she keeps trying
Yes.
to tell me.
Not to my taste picture. But the frame will work with this picture. So
Do you think there's someone out there going, "Oh my gosh, that was hanging in my bedroom when I was a kid"?
probably not on my channel. I don't have that
Oh,
many
okay.
viewers.
Okay.
If I had 10,000 viewers or whatever, maybe, but no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Connie, when we were out, Connie, I told her I was looking for some of these prickly
And having trouble finding them.
flower frogs for display purposes. You can put a pretty postcard in there, or Brenda Gervais from With Thy Needle had these flashcards with words on them that not this last
Sorry.
not this last market, but the market at the beginning of the pandemic, March of 2020, that market. She had these little cards with words like, I don't know, sampler and stitch and so those would look cute in one of these. So she spied it, and she was
our rule.
You know our rule. You see it first, you get first dibs. But she gave it up and let me have that for display for the shop.
And then we went on to another antique store, and I found two of my own, which I sent home with Kit. And they had more of the white ceramic base, and they still had their sticker on them, on the ups. And I paid like $12. They were 39 cents back
Originally.
in the day. But I'll let Julie have that one. I do like the white ones better, so it was okay. It was okay.
Let's see. This was in my trip with Lori. It, I don't know, it just appealed to me. It's an old, very old tape measure. And it's got some
Tape, I mean, it's fabric.
beautiful fabric and patina on it. And I thought it'd be great for a display of some kind. It still rolls in and out really nicely. So I bought that.
This goes with that.
And then I saw, I don't know, someone's video somewhere. They had a display of old folding yardsticks in a jar. And I just thought it was kind of cute. So I've been on the hunt for the old-fashioned folding yardsticks. And then this one, Dan is in love with this one.
I like that one. It's
He
so
thinks
small.
it's
and
not. This one is. I don't think this is wood. It might be, but
It feels more to me like
more
Bakelite or loose, something like that.
metal or something.
It's just an odd.
But it folds out kind of differently from the rest, and he keeps telling what great quality this was, and it was probably German. He's probably blowing smoke out his behind,
but and don't let him have it because you'll never see it. You'll never find it again.
Never find it again.
So you just put it in the jar and be done.
But anyway, now
Yeah.
I have to figure out how it
Here,
folds. Oh, I got it.
There you
I got
go.
it. It folds up a little differently from
Yeah.
the rest of them, but
Kind of folds up like a breakfast toast top.
and then these, these unfold. So, anyway,
I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that just
the
gorgeous?
patina is just wonderful on these.
I love this one.
There were a couple more we saw, but they were whiter.
Yeah.
Not wider, but
Whiter.
And color-wise. They didn't have the patina on them, and so I didn't want them. I like the old and grungy. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just reading.
Does
There's
it say
actually,
Germany?
No, it doesn't. It says Dan's full of it.
More than likely, yes. He is. Let's do that. This was, again, I think, Lori, the trip I made with
No,
Lori.
I was with you on this
Were
one.
you
Yes.
with me? So this was before you left for...
Yes, before
Okay.
Texas.
This
Before I
was before
left
she
for Texas.
left for Texas. And I don't know, I just thought this was really pretty. It goes nowhere in my house. I may offer it to Melanie if she wants it. But
It's kind of an orangey.
it's kind of a pale orange apricot kind of color, but I just thought it was really a pretty... It's textured on the backside.
Yeah.
I just thought it was
It would
really
be pretty, you guys, with that do cross stitch as a pin pillow holder thing.
Yeah, you could lay a pillow on here. Sure.
Or, like vintage compacts or something like that
Mhm.
would be pretty
Yeah.
on it.
I have a few of those laying upstairs.
I think it does read peach, but yet at times it looks more pink depending on what it's around.
It's definitely more peach. But I
yeah.
suppose if you hold it up to my shirt.
Now it really looks
Oh,
peach. Yeah, now
yeah.
look. Now it
Yeah.
really does. But you put it on the black,
It turns a
Yeah.
little less peach.
Yeah.
But yeah.
it's pretty.
So.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty.
I was very surprised on that when you got that one.
That I bought it?
Yeah, that you
Really?
got that one. Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. You just don't go for fancy schmancy plates. Your taste is changing. You're doing some pinks that I'm surprised at.
That's really bothering her.
I've learned 3 things about Julie lately that private message me, I'll tell you, okay?
Hand me that.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found this wonderful green. You know,
You don't have your
it's
flashlight.
over there. It's right over there on the high chair.
Okay. That's my clue to go get it.
Green flower frog, and it's got uranium in it, so it glows under black light. I haven't found a vessel for it, and I did have to pay up quite a bit for this. They don't give the colors away. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this video or not, but
Oh, I can see it, but
see how it kind of just glows. It really is pretty when it's hard to see on the video, but trust me, it glows. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It just glows.
let's see. Hold it on.
It doesn't.
I wonder if you could put it on my black now.
I don't think
You
it
can't.
will. No.
How do they get it to show in the?
I don't know how they get it to show in the.
It does.
But trust me, it glows. It's really
lie to
pretty.
you guys. Really, we wouldn't.
Connie would.
Hey.
Let's see. I found this. I thought this was a.
This was a nice. She spied, and I went. I want it.
Yes. Bobbin. It's a bobbin.
I like the color.
I like that. I don't mind that. I don't. You know, it's. Blue,
I like that. Yeah.
but I liked this part of it, the texture on it. Don't know what I'll do with it yet, but I did enjoy
Ouch.
that. Watch it. There's probably a.
There's a needle sticking out there.
Yeah. You should probably remove that. Oh, Remy. Remy wants out
Now I get over there. She's not.
because you didn't offer to go out with her.
I'm not going out. It's hot out there.
But she wants you to go out with her.
Nope. Ain't gonna happen.
See, they put tape plastic around it.
Yeah,
But it's
still
got
stuck through.
Got an old crusty needle that needs to go away.
Can you say tetanus?
Exactly. So I found some wooden spools. I always try and pick them up if I find a good price on them. And then
They've gone up in
what
price,
attracted
too.
me to this was that most of them were
Pink. See? Just saying.
I don't know. I'm just
That girl's a changing.
kind of digging the pink right now.
Oh, get it?
Okay, yes.
Okay, let me move
Okay,
this
so
out of
this was this?
I was with you on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring those back though. I'm not done.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm not done. So I found this very tall, elegant looking. It's probably a coffee carafe, but it's just the shape of it was so tall and slender and elegant,
yes.
and
I love it.
I fell in love with it. It was back behind some things.
Remember me?
and I'm like, I wonder how much that is, because of course you can't see it because they don't ever leave the price tag where you can see it. And so Connie's moving things. Well, you want to know how much?
I'm going in.
She's going in. So she moved everything and then brought it out. And after that, I wasn't going to say, no.
She loved it.
I did.
Yeah,
I
she
did
blames
love
it on me. But,
So,
you know.
but I think what I'm going to do is put. See, the lid screws off. This weighs a frickin' ton. So I'm sure it was really good quality. But I think what I'm going to do is fill it full of spools. And it didn't hardly make a dent.
Well, and
Didn't hardly make a dent.
The thing is, she has a. This set doesn't. She has a rolling pin full of mother of pearl buttons, and you know how many. There's not a zipper hole there. How
Don't
many
let it fall.
buttons it takes to fill a rolling pin?
It's
a lot. Because I've decided I wanted to do the same thing. Because if Julie's got it, I got to have it too.
Have you found
I have quite a few, but I need
of the glass rolling pin?
I do have the glass
You do have
rolling
the
pin.
glass. Okay,
But-
this is
I think,
this is stuck.
yeah, there's not a zipper pull on it, and I
So
think
you'll have to imagine that these are going to go in
yeah,
here.
it's kind of
Until I
crusty and
can
rusty.
cut-
We can't get
cut
it open.
But anyway, It's kind of a funny story on that one. I just loved it so much, and I kept watching. Dan and I were watching some of the videos, and they'd show something that one of the resellers would show something that they had found, and I'd say, "Oh, but it's not as nice as this tall, elegant coffee craft that I bought." And he kind of got to the point where he was tired of hearing about.
Well, yeah, because we never get tired of Dan and his,
never
nonsensical whiz-mingy.
And then that same trip, I found this one, which is a cut glass syrup container.
So see, it's like the cousin.
Yeah. So I actually need a medium-sized one, and there is one at the Brass Armadillo if we go tomorrow. That I'll probably pick up.
Oh, my Monday's looking up.
Then I'll have 3. I can't. This really needs to be washed inside, but this is firmly.
I would hate to.
Firmly on there. It's not coming off.
You ain't putting nothing in that one.
Dan, no. Well, it'd have to be pretty small.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's still more, people. There's still more. Are you still with us? Okay. How about yeah, that'll work. I found this hat pin holder, and it just said, "I'm lonely, take me home." so I did. It did. It screamed that at me.
Yeah. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it did say that. I don't have any hat pins for it. You know, they were.
I thought it said, "I'm ugly, leave me," but
she doesn't like it. I think it's beautiful. What do you think? Is that beautiful?
Do not side with her. Do not give her that power.
I think it's beautiful. But do you know how much they want for hat pins?
A lot.
They want like, what?
$5 a piece, 5 to 8 to 10 to 12, depending. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, maybe it won't hold hat pins.
Maybe it'll just sit there and draw
Maybe
dust.
I'll just sit there and be pretty. Or in Connie's eyes, ugly. I like it.
And it'll do a damn good job of it,
A little more of the petty point. This one is not the Harker or whatever. This, I can't. Again, I don't have my glasses.
Another one.
I don't think so. What's that one say?
I gave you this one. This one says Taylor Smith.
Okay. Taylor Smith.
And Taylor Smith. S-A-N-T-H. Snaff?
Snaff? Taylor Snaff? Okay. Anyway, it's the petty point again. And we all know I like little...
That's actually the gold one. That's not the petty point one. Oh, I did not know that. And that's one I let her have. I found it.
She did. She found it. She let me have it.
I've not seen the petty point, though, with the gold on the back before.
Oh, I think I have another piece of it in there.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it.
Okay, and then we were watching one of the reseller videos and happened to see this little item. And I was thinking of my remodel on the kitchen. It'll probably never happen, but and then I happened to find it at the Brass Armadillo, so I bought it. It's a flour sifter, in case you don't know. I've been wondering, it made me wonder what happened to my mom's flour sifter.
Probably put it on the garage sale, gave it to
We
Goodwill.
didn't have a garage sale. We just sent everything to Goodwill.
No,
and
that's where it
probably
went.
no one wanted it, and that's
went
where
to
it
that
went.
bin.
And I kind of regret that.
But taste changed.
We were moving really fast when we were cleaning out there.
And now we're down
house.
to the...
Well, we got the flour frogs,
and
these,
and the wood boxes.
and the So, okay. So in my journey, like when we went to market, we went to a couple antique stores, and I happened to find this. I showed it before, pink flour frog with the texture on it, which are hard to find. So I've been on the hunt for a vessel for it to go in, and I spied this sugar bowl, and that just happens to sit on there just perfectly. So now this one I probably will not have for sale because I paid quite a bit of money for that, and by the time I would price it and turn it around, it would be a little spendy.
But if you are interested.
But yes, if you were interested, I would consider selling it.
This one I think is so cute.
This one is actually a candle. You're supposed to put a little votive candle in there, and it's supposed to sit this way. But I had Dan spray it with frosted
Texturing thing.
He
Spray
didn't
flock
paint.
it.
No, he didn't flock this one. He sprayed it with the frosted spray paint, and then I put little floral decals on it. And I turned it upside down, and this pink flower frog just fits it perfect. So that one will be going to the shop and be on. Now these can't be ordered via the website because of shipping. But you know, you have to pack these pretty good so they don't get broken in shipping. So, but you can, if you're interested, you can email,
Call the shop,
or you
email.
can call the shop, and I will.
And if y'all have never shopped for vessels for frogs, it's very time consuming.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
I'm picky about how they fit. They got to fit good.
Yeah.
They can't rock.
They can't be down
They
inside.
can't be down inside. They can't slide too much. There's some wiggle room, but they can't wiggle a whole lot, or they're not.
Well,
they're
and you
not
like
good enough
them.
for me.
You don't like
I
them deep, and you want them.
I want them deep enough so that the tips of my scissors don't hit. So it takes me a good long time. So this one I've had in the shop before, and it sold right away. This is a really pretty. You probably can't
Green.
tell. I don't know if it'll light up or not. Nope. It does
is
not
a
fluoresce,
green.
but it
It's
is a
really
very
pretty.
pretty emerald green. And then it's
Very
got some-
similar to this green.
yeah. It's got some gold grapes and leaves along the edging. And it's deep enough for your scissors so they don't damage them. This is another one. I don't know if anyone would be willing to pay what I spent on this flower frog.
Yeah.
But I did find a nice goblet. that
This
it
is
sits
so, to me, kind of classy and elegant.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
in. So
These colors.
you know, you can always take this off and have your wine that evening.
There you go. Dual purpose.
Dual purpose. Gotta love a dual purpose. And this is, the bottom is really pretty. It's all
Yeah.
beaded on the bottom. So it's very, very pretty.
So yeah, if you guys are interested in any of these, just contact Julie.
This one is a little sugar bowl, gold handles on it. Very pretty and elegant. Black amethyst frogs are hard to come by, and they usually have a very hefty price on them. I happened to find this one when we were out shopping. I spied it first. Connie wants it.
Yeah.
And I had this already. This is a Jeanette, I think, is the maker of this glass, which is a very soft pink.
Almost a milk glass pink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's that one.
Real pale pink. It's really pretty.
Very pretty.
And this is my...
This one Connie wants really, really bad. So, okay, the story on this one. So I had seen this in one of the locked cases.
Yeah.
3 or 4 different times I'd seen it in the locked case.
And sitting there by itself, it doesn't look like much.
But I couldn't find it. It was not, I had the thought in my head that would make a good flower frog. But you couldn't see the price on it, and I didn't want to. Being as I didn't have an actual frog with me or anything to see if anything would fit, I didn't want to make them, ring the bell and make them come and open up the case, because I couldn't carry it around. You're not allowed to carry around things that you haven't paid for, and I wasn't going to buy it without knowing that I had a frog for it.
And you couldn't tell the price on it at that time
couldn't
either.
tell the price on it. So the last time we were there, it was no longer in the case. It was in a booth, and it was $8. And I'm like, okay, for $8, I could take the risk. I carried it around the mall because, you know, if it's not in a case, you can carry it around the mall. I carried it around the mall trying to find a frog, and I didn't find one that fit. And then I thought to myself, you do have a couple of black amethyst frogs at home. And I was looking at the opening and thinking to myself, maybe one of them would fit. And for $8, I could take the risk. So I bought it on speculation. Came home. The first black frog I tried, and it did not fit. But the second one I tried fit like it was made for it.
This is one of the domed ones with a higher deep sides. So
And, you know, Dan thinks it's his favorite that he's ever seen. I was 100% sure I was going to keep this one. And now I'm waffling because it goes nowhere in my house.
No.
I can't keep everything.
It would look hideous in her house, don't you think? Guys, look back there. No. Can you see that? No.
It would not look good in my house anywhere. So I'm kind of waffling. I haven't made a final decision, but I am.
And you know who's standing in the wings going?
I am waffling on that one. I may have to sell
that's
it.
Except for you didn't show your jar of.
Okay, and another thing. Now these aren't. I think the actual clothespins might be vintage, but they've had numbers burned into them. So I bought a bunch of these, and I've just put them in a jar for right now. But this jar is a little bit. I want the numbers to be able to show when I display them. So this is not their final resting place. But these got me thinking about the charts from Hands-On Design about the laundry. You know, there's
irony,
never-ending cycle,
laundry. They never, yeah.
And then is the other one is it laundry? Just
something. I can't remember. There's 3 of them.
Which I've always wanted to stitch. I have the world's smallest laundry room, though.
Seriously.
So it's behind that door. You can see there.
Yeah.
Over right there. It's behind there, and it's really no bigger than a closet. And you have
the washer and dryer fits in it, and you have to turn sideways to get in there. And if you want to open the dryer door, you've got to back out of the room.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And you come in the house from the garage through that laundry room. So there's really no room for any decorative things in there.
There's a little window, too.
There's a window in there.
So that wall's gone. And it's not a room you want to spend any time in anyway.
No. You can't fold clothes in there or anything else. And God help you if you've got the door open to the dryer and Dan wants to come in from the
garage.
From the garage because he'll slam right into the door. Yeah, the pit of despair. That's a really good, the pit of despair is a really good description for that.
For his garage.
So anyway, this got me thinking about those, and this would be really cute on display with those, and how could I make that happen when I can't put anything in that laundry room? And so I have an idea of it, that might work, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, I just thought they were really cute, and they'd be cute on display.
I've not seen any with the numbers burnt in them like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And there's what that meant.
3... I think they just did it for decorative purposes. There's like 3 sets of them, and they're 1 through 9, and it came with 3 sets of 1 through 9. So
maybe you were only allowed so many pieces of laundry. So
maybe. And then this jar. I love this jar. Funny story about this jar, and it has a lid, but after it took me an hour to get the lid off of it, I wasn't going to put the lid back on. But it showed up in my basement, this jar did, and I knew that I had not bought this thing. It has like a thrift store price tag on it, I think.
I know. Now I want to sing that song by McElroy. You know, I'm going to pop some cash. Never mind. I'll play it for you later. There's a song about thrift store shopping.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, don't sing it on here. We'll get copyright.
I know, right?
Which I sang a song on my video. I'm probably going to get slapped with copyright issue. But anyway, so I had this lid on it.
Yeah.
Took me some prying and some banging on the counter to get the lid off. So I'm not putting the lid back on there. But anyway, it just showed up in the basement. And I knew I hadn't bought it. And when I asked Dan, I said, so where did that come from? I don't know. I've never seen it before. I'm like, I didn't buy it. The only other person living in this house is you. And you go to the thrift stores. And he still says he did not buy it. But
Well,
it's a cool jar.
and I mean, I bought things when I've been here at thrift stores and things, but I would have remembered that I left it, you know?
Yeah, you would have taken it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a cool jar. I'll find something to do with it.
And I'm not sure how it would have made it down to the basement. You know, so.
That's not the first thing that's shown up in the basement that he claims no memory of having bought. Did you put the lid on that?
No.
Don't you put the lid on that, girlfriend?
All right,
Okay.
the last.
So, and then the only other thing I've got is, we're at an hour and 21 minutes. is that Dan has made
down to 2 people now.
Dan has made some more divided tray yardstick boxes.
There's a green. This one says downtown Omaha, Nebraska.
This was
West
from a
Road.
fabric store of some sort. This one was from a paint store.
And this one.
That's a big Bertha one.
It's a little, and you can't really tell how much bigger it is until you actually put it side by side with, and then you can really tell the difference. That it is.
Got it. You showed the black one.
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay. You got a black one.
There is no black one here, folks. No black one. Look
Someone
at
had
this.
asked me about a black one. I don't know who it was, but there is one available. Again, these cannot be purchased through the website. You do have to send an email or give me a call.
Love the feet. Love the feet. Love the
And-
black. I love this black.
And just in case you're kind of wondering, well, what the heck would we do with those? This is what mine is like. Mine doesn't have the feet, but I took a little Jello mold and put a pin cushion in it with some pins. I've got some short little old spools sitting in there. I have a little wooden holder that I made to hold a pair of scissors. I've got some buttons in the bottom. I've got a little needle minder that's attached there, and then I have a sock darner because it looks cute. Not that I intend to darn any socks because I don't, but they look really cute on display.
You
and
can put a old needle book in there with
yeah,
it.
you
You can
could.
make pin pillows.
You could put the flower frog in there with some sort of a little paper ephemera thing in there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things you can do with them. But I do have a number of sock darners that I've been collecting.
She's got a turquoise somewhere too. Oh, it looks
And
a little darner bouquet.
it's a bouquet. So these will be for sale also, in case you want one, like if you were to buy a box or a tray, and you wanted one of these. They're getting higher and higher in price.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much longer I'll be able to get some and still be able to keep the
Total
price
Dan
down.
move here.
Still keep the price reasonable. So I think, Miss Connie, that's everything we have to show.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
We probably bored you to tears right now.
Probably.
But,
Probably.
so
But,
what are we going to do for the rest of our afternoon?
well, we could, it's almost 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
So there's not that much afternoon left.
that's true.
When Adam stopped in, he said they were only in the 3rd inning of the baseball game.
Oh my gosh. So,
Started at 1 o'clock, so we're now 2 hours in and only in the third inning, they may not get home in time for supper tonight.
Were you making a special supper for Dan?
Dan asked for a patty melt.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But he still has to go to the store and buy the stuff for the patty melt and the stuff for his strawberry shortcake that he wanted. So we could be eating at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. And he didn't tell me, but apparently he invited Adam and Marcia and the kids over. So
great.
So okay.
Well, you always enjoy them being over here, yes. But it's just you didn't know.
But I didn't know. And did he invite them for dinner or just dessert? And is he going to remember he invited them and buy enough strawberry? It takes a lot of strawberries to feed that many people strawberry shortcake. Yeah.
Especially the girls. Do they love strawberries?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. That man never informs me of these things.
Typical man.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway, what else do we know?
That's I've got another week in Omaha. So
and she's leaving me.
Yeah. Then I'll be back to Valentine. Don't know when I'll be back for sure.
But we are discussing the possibility of getting together for a weekend of stitching.
Yeah. Yeah. Between here and Valentine.
Yeah.
So it's bad because Valentine's out in, middle of nowhere. So it's right up on the South Dakota line, if people aren't familiar with Nebraska. So it's about 6 hours from Omaha. So it's a jaunt.
We've done it before. We went to the sister's house, which is a bed and breakfast in Stewart, Nebraska.
Which is only about an hour and 15 for me.
For her, but it's
hey, let's do that again.
It's about 4 for me.
Yeah.
But it's not a terrible drive.
Yeah. They call it the sister's house because
it was a nunnery.
It was a nunnery. It's a nice old house.
But this time we would bring our own chairs because the chairs there sucked.
Yeah.
We did a video from there.
We did.
We did a video from that. I don't know
if you have to look that one up.
Some of you have watched it or not, but it was a pretty good video. Unfortunately, the sound wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, it was like a
2-hour video.
Yeah. But so we were hilarious.
We were.
Yeah. We were a little punch drunk, I think. Not drunk, but we were just kind of tired and a little crazy.
Well, we were doing questions. So
yes, we were asking
doing
questions.
Different tags and asking questions, and which always leads to other conversations, and it was a good video. I
think Kit showed up partway through too.
I think he did.
Yeah.
So we had fun. We had fun, and we're thinking about doing that again.
In August or something.
In August, maybe.
Just 4 or 5 of us type of thing. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to come, huh? You guys got ideas where we should go? Anybody that has a B&B?
Yeah.
They're willing to. Ooh, Timsy. She has a lake house. That's a lot. Hey, Timsy. That's a long.
I don't think Timsy watches.
No, that'd be a long way because it's in.
It's Arkansas somewhere.
So.
That would be a long.
I think my drive to Omaha is bad.
Yeah.
I've discovered books on tape, so that helps because you don't get radio reception most of the way to Valentine. So, I've been listening to books.
Yeah, unbeknownst to me, I had somehow signed up for Audible.
Oh yeah.
I don't listen to books on tape, but I have 12 credits sitting there.
Oh, from Amazon?
From Amazon,
yeah.
And Adam happened to find out that I have a subscription to it, and he says, "Mom, you've got 12 credits. They're giving you a credit a month. You need to do something with that, and then cancel it once you've chosen your books."
Yeah.
So I've been trying to go through and they'll give you a little sample of the book. But some of those people that read those books, I can't do it.
I'm a narrative snob. I mean,
it does not sound like it would in my head.
The Janet Ivanovich books, Stephanie Plum, the narrator on that, the reader on that, is very good.
She's okay.
Yeah, I can do that. But yeah, some of them I can't. And I have trouble with guys. I don't know why.
I was just going to say that because some of the,
Sorry.
most of the ones I was listening to were guy ones, and either they were completely monotone and had no,
Voice
inflection in their, or guys trying to sound like a girl just doesn't.
I'm sure probably women don't do as guys.
No, but I find that easier for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I can handle that more.
So, anyway, so I'm trying to find these 12 books so I can use these credits, and I'm like rejecting every single one. So far I haven't. I think I've hit the button on one. And
Julie has a
use my
commitment
credit.
phobia, I guess, right?
No,
They're free.
well, I know they're free, but you want to actually use them.
Yeah.
And when you listen to the little sample, it's like, no, there's no way I can listen to 3 or 4 hours of that.
Yeah.
There's just no way. It just doesn't sound like what's in my
Stuck in a
head.
car driving through the sandhills, you'll listen to a lot of things.
Listen
You
to
probably,
anything?
yeah, right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah,
All right. Let's see where.
it's okay.
Okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. There may be
They're
nobody
enjoying
watching
themselves.
us.
No, at this point, there probably is not anyone watching
Watching us. So we'll just keep
So.
on.
Sure.
Hey, more enjoyable than Dan? Different. What do you think?
Oh, definitely different.
I didn't do dad jokes or anything like
no
that.
dad joke.
You
And you're
know.
not being all grumpy faced like he was the last time. Oh my God. He was so grumpy the last time.
Yeah, he was. He wouldn't even talk the last time. I thought maybe you guys, did you guys have a spat?
He just didn't want to be in a video.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't feel like he's got anything to say unless he's got some stitching to show or boxes to show. Or
He could have done these
he
boxes
could have done
this
these
time.
boxes this time, but he's, off trying to kill himself with heat stroke.
That's right. Hope he's wearing a hat.
He's got a
The man's
hat.
got-
He did put SPF 70 on his bald spot on his head. And the rest of what was
face
showing,
arms.
he wore jeans because he didn't want to, those legs haven't seen the light of day in 20 odd years. So.
I shouldn't talk. Look at this.
I know.
I call it
Me
my
too.
moon tan. You know how some people get a sun tan with the sun? Mine's a moon tan because I get it with the moon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So he wore jeans, which is going to contribute to his heat.
Yeah, I hope he drinks
And
a lot
they're
of
in the
water.
sun. So
He's not a beer drinker much, so he might, if he had one, if he had a beer, he'd
he
probably only
drinks
do one.
Pepsi.
Yeah, so.
You drink Coke, right?
Diet Coke, yeah.
And
he drinks Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi.
He will drink Diet Coke, and I will drink Diet Pepsi, but I prefer Diet Coke. So,
I won't drink either.
Sparkly.
You know what I really, really like is that sweet tea from Gold Peak that's got zero sugar.
Yes.
But
Did
it's
you
so
have the
hard to
peach?
find. You can't find it. No, I don't like the peach.
peach.
I only like the regular sweet tea.
Pam has the peach.
No, the peach is.
Now, see, I
no,
don't
it
really
has no
like
flavor.
sweet tea,
Oh, I love sweet tea.
but you like it made with it.
I like real sugar sweet
sweet
tea. But
Yeah, that's-
trying
that's-
to avoid that. The Gold Peak zero sugar is a good option, but it's really, really hard to find. You can't. Dan goes to 5 different stores before I'll find some.
They had some when we were at Sam's.
Regular is
but I don't
fine,
know.
but that you can find the regular everywhere.
yeah.
You can find the real sugar everywhere.
And you can find the
It's
diet
the zero
zi-
sugar
yeah.
that you can't
You can find the diet peach. I've seen. But
See, I like the Snapple Diet Peach, but I don't like
That's-
Gold Peak
yeah.
Peach. It has no flavor. So
All right, guys.
it's just really weird that you can't find
Diet.
stuff anymore.
More.
We're so spoiled here
What was it I was
in the
looking
U.S. and it's just so bizarre that you go looking for something and
They're
something
out.
that you've been able to get for your entire life and
for?
gone. You can't get it anywhere.
Well, it's odd to go through like a grocery store or something and just the shelves. I mean, there'll be shelves empty. Of course, in Valentine's, the town of 2,300, there's 2 small grocery stores, and if one is out of something, the other one will be too because it's just 5 blocks away. So, So I've kind of gotten used to that. But then to come to Omaha and have things on my list that I'm looking for to get, because I can't get them in Valentine, and have them not be there, it's when I've always been able to get them. It's just odd. Just odd. But,
Yeah.
And I think it's going to get worse.
Probably.
You know, so.
Probably.
Anyway, we're not going down that road,
Nope.
okay?
Nope.
Nope.
Anyway, I think an hour and 35 minutes is long enough, don't you?
Well, you know.
We could probably sit
You know
here.
me.
We could sit here and talk forever.
If talking burned up calories, we'd both be anorexic,
But-
you know,
But you probably don't want to listen to that. So we'll let you go. And again, I hope you have a wonderful week. Get lots of stitching done. And I will see you the next time.
comment. Tell
Yes.
us how much you love us.
Don't forget to like, comment, and
share.
subscribe, because that does help my numbers so that more people can find my videos. And
And enjoy the pleasure.
yes.
That is us.
Yes.
And comment if you want to see more of me. I'm not going to move back.
She's not
but,
going to
you
be
know.
here for a while, but we'll keep it in mind
We'll
for
keep
when
it-
she does show up.
Yeah, there you go.
Or maybe we can do another one if we get together in August.
Yeah, we
could
could do one.
another one.
Or you can say, oh, hell no, just keep her out
Yeah,
of these
don't-
videos.
We don't want to see another one. With
Nuh-uh.
Connie. Yeah.
Do not put
Yeah.
that loudmouth woman in here, you know. So, okay.
All right. Well, take care. We'll see you next time. And get lots of stitching done.
Toodles. Bye.
Hello. You can see I am in a different outfit. I had promised Janae that I would talk a little bit about stitching over one on 40 count Verdal fabric, and I completely forgot to do that. So it is now Monday afternoon, and I remembered almost right away, but I just thought I would wait and do it when I wasn't in a rush. So I'm going to try and insert this into the middle, kind of at the end of where I was showing my projects. If I can't figure out how to do that, it'll be at the very end. So if you're still here, and this is at the end, and you're not interested in 40 count Verdal over one stitching, you can go ahead and go. With my blessing, have a great week. If you are interested in what I have to say, please stick around. And, you know, if it's in the middle, just continue watching. We had lots of good content after this. So I want to preface this by saying I am in no way, shape, or form an expert on stitching over one on 40 count. Not even close. So this is just my experiences and how I do it, and any hints or tips that I have come up with from stitching on 40 count. So you can stitch over one on 40 count on linen. You can do it on the Verdal. The Verdal is a little bit easier, I think, in my opinion. Your stitches are a little more consistent because, you know, all the threads are the same thickness. But you can certainly do it on a linen if that's your choice. The two pieces that I am currently working on are both on Verdal. They're both on fabric that I have overdyed in walnut crystals to give them a little age, because I didn't have any. You can get it overdyed from some of the dyers, but I didn't have any in a color that I wanted to use. So I just, one of them was an overdyed to begin with, but it was a very cream colored overdye, and the other one was just the ivory. I think it's ivory that I ordered. So they're both dipped in walnut crystals to make them look a little more aged. As you know, I'm doing Frederick. That's Frederick from Carriage House or Kathy Barrick, one of the two. So you can see the walnut crystal stains on there. And then I'm working on the ABC samplers from Prairie Schooler. I've gotten really far, as you can tell. So, gosh, I'm really no good at this. I'm not a good teacher. I'm just not. I guess the first thing is I'm doing over one using a tent stitch. And you can certainly use a full cross with DMC, but in my opinion it gets a little too bulky. So your other option would be to use one of the, like the surfine thread from Avera Soie, or the 103 might work. But I just chose to use the tent stitch, which is basically a half across. And there is a particular way that you do need to do your stitches. I have kind of a diagram. Again, I'm not an artist, and I'm just hoping you understand because I'm not a teacher. So there is a certain way you need to do your stitches. I'm not sure that there's any that makes any difference which way your tent stitch lies, whether it's this way or this way. I'm doing mine so that they're this way, which would be slanted from left to right. My friend Carla, who's doing it, hers are slanted from right to left. So I don't know if that in the end makes a difference or not. Hers looked fine when I looked at it. I didn't see any issues with it. So I'm going to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it really doesn't matter as long as you're consistent in the direction. The other thing that you need to know is that you want to stitch it in a particular way, because it's really easy to pull your stitch all the way through and lose it completely. It's a little harder if you do it in the correct manner, and you get better coverage if you do it in the correct manner, or correct probably isn't the right word. Just in my experience, I have found doing it one way is better than the other way. Carla started doing hers the other way and had problems with her stitches pulling out. So I've got a little drawing of both. Hopefully that will help you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to explain it, and I don't know if this is going to turn out backwards for you or not. I don't know. I know when Connie held up writing the other day, it was backwards. So I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, here's I'm going to cover that one up so it doesn't confuse you. So this top row would be like your first row, and you'd be going from left to right. And when you come back the second row, you're going to be going right to left. And so you want to make sure that you get that direction switched correctly. So let me explain, sort of. This is probably as clear as mud for most of you. I told you, I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to do it. Dan's a teacher, not me. Okay, so let me see. All right, here we go. So this would be the beginning of your stitch if you're making your stitches so that they slant from upper left to lower right. So you come up at 1, you go down at 2, and then you skip and come over at 3, come up at 4. So you're starting at what I would consider the bottom of the stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these pink lines are what your thread should look like on the back side of your stitching. So you want them to be slanted on the back side also. So if you're coming up at 1 going down at 2, then you're going to, on the back side, you're carrying it over on the back. So it's done this way and not like this. Here, there. You know, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, where the pink again is what's on the back side of your fabric, and you don't want those to be up and down. You want them to be slanted. And then when you come back the other direction, you're just pretty much reversing. You're going to start at the top of the stitch and go down and then up and down, up and down, up and down. So you're just kind of reversing. And you can check yourself and look at, you know, what does your back look like? And it's, you know, on here it's going to be really hard to see what the back looks like, but you can see it's like fully, this is my back side. Just forgive that knot, I've got to take it out and fix it. But this is my back side. And it's fully filled in. So if you're doing your stitches wrong, it's not going to look that way. This is my front side. And then for Frederick, this is Frederick's back side. And Frederick's front. So you want that back side to be fully filled in also. A cautionary word of advice: if you have a design, a chart that is a lot of single stitches, you want to watch that, because they can look a little bit thin using the tent stitch. In some cases it's fine. Like I would say the vine here, you know, that's just a single stitch and it looks okay there. But this row right here, because of the direction my stitches are going, was just kind of a straight, almost like a straight back stitch look to it, and it did not look very good. So I actually did a second back stitch row and came down the other side, so it was thicker. You could also, in those single rows, you could do a full cross stitch and it won't be so bulky. But I chose not to do that in this instance. I have done it before. I have used a full cross for thinner things like vines and things like that. So my helpful hint there is, you know, look at it, and if you don't like how it looks, either go ahead and cross it, or you know, do a second line next to it so that it looks better. What else do I have to say on that? Ripping out on a 40 count over 1, not fun. So try hard not to have to do it. It can be done, but it's not easy, and you can mess it up pretty bad if you're not really careful. So count twice, count 3 times, count 4 times, double check, line it up with other things that are already in there, and try not to make mistakes, because they can be corrected, but it's a pain in the batukas. Do I have anything else to talk about as far as any other hints and tips? I don't think so. If I knew how to put this down in the comment section, I would do that, but I don't know how, so I'm gonna just hold this up. Maybe you can take a screenshot if you think that might help you. That's what you want it to look like. That's what you don't want it to look like. And again, it doesn't really matter. Tension is going to matter, so be careful how you pull it. I would not recommend doing it in hand. I think that would be really difficult. What else do I have on that particular subject? If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me an email, give me a call. I'll try and do the best, but again, I'm not a teacher. I suck at teaching. I don't know how to explain things, especially explain them so people can understand. So, but I'll try and help as best I can. I'm better probably in person than over the phone or an email. But I know a lot of you don't live here in Omaha, so I will try and help you if you want to give this a try. It's really, as far as seeing goes, I just wear my regular readers, which are a 4.0, but I use 4.0 for everything. And good lighting. Don't be in a hurry. It does go faster than making a full cross because you're only making half a cross. But it's also sometimes it can slow you down. You know, if you're not watching what you're doing, it can slow you down because you'll make mistakes. So just take it nice and slow and easy, and check and double check. And the other thing I was going to say, don't try and work on this and then go to 32 count or even 36 count and then back to this, because you won't be able to see it. I'm having to do that, and it's taking my eyes a while to adjust when I go back to the over one, which really sucks because it's not fun at that point. I'd be better off strictly stitching just on these, but we know me, and that's not going to happen. So I just make sure when I'm going to work on these that I'm working on them for longer than an hour before, you know, like I'm going to devote a whole evening to this, not try and work on something on just like even 40 count over 2 and then going to this is still a hard transition. So I make sure that this is the only thing I'm working on for that day and stick with it. And I think that's really all I can tell you about it. Those are my helpful hints. So I'm going to return you either to regularly scheduled programming, or I'm going to say it's the end of the video. In reality, this is it. This is the end. Go home, do your thing, and I will see you next time. You take care until then. Bye.